Have you ever walked away from an argument wishing you had handled it better? Or maybe you won the argument, but it felt like a victory that cost a friendship or made things awkward? Yeah, we've all been there. But what if I told you there's a way to win every argument without raising your voice or burning bridges? Yep. Today, we're talking about how to win an argument without being aggressive. And trust me, it's simpler than you think. Now, when we hear win an argument, a lot of people think it's about dominating the conversation, proving the other person wrong, or being the loudest voice in the room. But here's the thing. Real power isn't in being the loudest, it's in being the calmest, the most in control, and the most persuasive. But how do you do that without coming off as aggressive? Let's dive into some under-the-radar techniques that will have people respecting you, not resenting you. Ready? Number 1. The power of pause. You see what I just did there? The power of pause. Silence is your best friend when things heat up. When someone throws a point at you, don't feel the pressure to jump in right away. Take a breath, pause, let them wonder what you're thinking. This does two things. It makes the other person a little uncomfortable in a good way. It gets them thinking, did I say something wrong? It gives you time to craft a better, more thoughtful response. Trust me, pausing feels awkward, but it's a secret weapon to calm a conversation down. Remember, your goal isn't to attack, it's to strategically respond. This will keep you cool and collected. Number 2, ask thought-provoking questions. All right, next up, ask questions. And I'm not talking about those questions that are meant to trap someone. Nope, I'm talking about genuine, open-ended questions like, why do you feel that way? What led you to that conclusion? Can you explain your perspective more? When you do this, two things happen. First, you show that you're genuinely listening. This disarms the other person, and they'll feel less defensive. Second, you shift the burden back onto them. They're now explaining their stance, which gives you more opportunities to understand where they're coming from and respond in a non-aggressive way. It's a mind game, but one rooted in curiosity and empathy. People love to feel heard, so give them that. It's not just a technique, it's showing respect. Number 3, validate, then counter. Now this one is gold, validation. Before you counter their argument, validate it first. Here's how it works. Let's say someone says, I think your idea is wrong because X, Y, Z. Instead of jumping straight to why they're wrong, say something like, I see your point and I can understand why you might feel that way. Boom! You've just shown them that you're not here to fight. You're here to understand. After you've validated their feelings or opinion, then you can introduce your perspective. However, here's another way to look at it. The key is making the other person feel heard first. Because when people feel heard, they stop fighting so hard. They stop trying to prove their point because they know you already got it. Number 4, use empathy to disarm. This one is so underrated. Empathy. Empathy doesn't mean agreeing with them. It just means you're trying to understand their perspective. And here's the crazy part. When you show empathy, people actually start questioning their own position because now they're not fighting you anymore. They're reflecting on themselves. It's like when someone says something harsh, and instead of snapping back, you say, I get that this is frustrating for you, and I'd be frustrated too. Instantly, their walls come down. It's hard to argue with someone who's showing compassion, right? And that's your edge. Number 5, control the tone and body language. Your tone and body language are like the unsung heroes of winning arguments. You could say the most reasonable thing, but if your arms are crossed, your voice is sharp, and you're leaning in aggressively, it won't matter. The other person is going to feel attacked. So here's the fix. Keep your body language open, shoulders relaxed, hands visible, and keep your tone calm and steady. I can't stress this enough. Your tone can either escalate or diffuse a situation in a heartbeat. Even if you're saying something critical, do it in a way that's non-threatening. Slow your speech down, lower your pitch, and avoid sounding sarcastic or condescending. This shows you're in control, and it also shows respect. Number 6, know when to end it. This might surprise you, but one of the best ways to win an argument is to know when to end it. You don't need to drag it out until the other person is exhausted. Instead, if you sense that things are going in circles, you can say, I think we've both made some good points. Let's agree to disagree for now and pick this up later if we need to. What's the magic here? It shows maturity. It shows you're not arguing just to win, but to understand. And most people will respect that, and maybe even see things from your point of view later when the heat of the moment is gone. So, there you have it. 6 ways to win any argument without being aggressive. The real victory isn't in overpowering someone, but in guiding the conversation in a way where both parties feel respected. Next time you find yourself in a heated discussion, remember, pause, ask, validate, empathize, control, and know when to stop. With these tools, you're not just winning arguments, you're winning respect. Let me know in the comments, what's the toughest argument you've ever been in? And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more eye-opening insights. Stay calm, stay smart, and I'll see you next time.